have a look at this little beauty. This is a Northern Pacific rattlesnake. Now rattlesnakes are very easy to do, sorry, I'm going to have to go again on that. Have a look at this little beauty. Now this is a rattlesnake, Northern Pacific rattlesnake. They're very obvious in their body structure. We start to get a little cranky. Big buffy head, quite a solid body, and have a look at the rattle on the tail. Now, rattlesnakes should be considered as dangerous. They're not to be mucked with. They conjure up all sorts of mythology, legends, and people live in fear of the rattlesnake. Now, in Australia, we have, some of the most deadly snakes in the world, and they're called elapids. Front, fanged, venomous. Now, provided you come in on a rattlesnake and you take care, go around it, avoid it, don't come in and try and kill it, try and pick it up, you'll never get into a conflict with a rattlesnake. Now, when they get really cranky, of course, that rattle. This specific species is actually quite a placid rattler, unlike the Western Diamondback, which can be a little bit naughty. And you can see I can free handle it with relative safety. Of course, I know what I'm doing. You get that S position, that's the strike range. Got his tail up there. Aren't they beautiful? Want to go another one?
Yeah, as long as you're not making him really more aggressive, are you?
Yeah, he's getting pretty cranky.
Yeah.
Wow, have a look at this little beauty. This is one of the reasons I've travelled so far to come to the United States. I'm fascinated by rattlesnakes. Now, fascination is one thing, but I certainly use fear, common sense, and respect of any venomous animal. The rattlesnake, of course, he commands a lot of respect. Now, they're very obvious in their body structure. I'll just get a few of these leaves off him. And you'll be able to have a look at his body structure. Have a look at that buffy head. Nice, solid head. He's a little beauty. And if you just have a look on the end of his tail, there's that rattle. Of course, that's why they're called the rattlesnake. Now, when they get really cranky, they'll flick that rattle around, and that's a sign. Stay away from me, or I may bite. Now, of course, rattlesnakes have gained quite a reputation in the United States, but this particular species, the Northern Pacific rattler, is quite a placid, quite a laid-back rattler. Beautiful specimen, and of course, their camouflage techniques are really good. They'll curl up in the leaves, rocks, under sticks, logs. Beautiful specimen.
Hold it right there.
Hold it right there. Let me shoot another angle here. Look.
Dialogue, Brad, what do you think?
Hey, you're doing good. Better than I could have said it. And this would be the kind of habitat you find. We found them just curled up under logs, and the ones we found out at that snake den, they very rarely try to rattle unless you got them really riled.
But look at him. He'll strike without rattling, though, wouldn't he?
Generally, the first line of defense is to be still, because that's energy conservative. Next thing they'll do is rattle, and if you stepped on it, it might reflectively bite, but it's kind of like energy conservation.
Now, I'm very experienced with venomous snakes. I've been dealing with them since I was a child. If you ever come across a snake and you can't tell what species it is, always consider that it is a wild animal and should be treated with a lot of respect. Now, this is a Northern Pacific rattler. They are placid by nature, and that's probably the only reason that I'm being able to get away with the liberty of hanging onto it like this. A lot of rattlesnakes will not tolerate being picked up, handled. This particular species is very quiet, and it's quite a cool day. Snakes being warm-blooded animals, snakes being cold-blooded animals, they rely on the air temperature to boost their own body temperature, and they love the sunshine. He's a little beauty.
Wait, I want to get the tail.
Okay.
I can't see your mouth.
Steve, could you let him bite you a little bit for the camera?
I'm gonna zoom
Get
right
that pressure
in.
bandage out then, Ted.
Face in face.
Hold it steady.
There you go.
Trying to get the tail.
Steve, you're a little nuts. Do you realize that?
I've been called worse, Brad.
I was being polite.